through the mango forest. Long time ago, in 100 years, there was a small village by Zhenwen River, the mango forest, 穿越檨. The autumn wind blew by, touching the river, touching the field. Between the green leaves of the fresh trees blossomed little white flowers. They gently swayed in the wind. This year, in the riverside fresh field, there produced many tiny little black fresh seeds. Afu and his father filled the phone sets one by one. What a bumper harvest! Picking up a grace of fresh seeds. Afu grinned and said, "We can press out wonderful smelling fresh oil for sure." It's lucky the blind snake, 青蛙爪 didn't make trouble. Dad muttered to himself. Where is the blind snake? Will it bite? Is it venomous? Asked Afu. There, come. I will tell you after we get home, Dad said. He pointed to the running river, carried the whole heading home, and didn't say anything more. The spring breeze went, and the summer wind came. In the mango forest, the wind was mild, the sun was bright, the sky was blue, and the Zhenwen River was gliding as usual. One day, the dark clouds came. Suddenly, there is a pouring rain. When the water flooded over the field, the river rose up gradually. The heavier its rain, the more seriously Dad frowned. Not in a minute, he said. Afu, go check the irrigation channels with me. Okay, said Afu. He grabbed his bamboo hat and went out right away. They went to the field one after the other, walking past Taixi and seeing a big banyan tree standing in the rain. Afu suddenly stopped and yelled, "Have you heard the drum, Dad?" No. Dad turned and replied, "Found the tree hole there," said Afu. He cocked his ear and followed the sound, crawling to the tree hole. Some came right from the dark underneath bottom, made him wanted to see more, but he slipped. Be careful, Afu! Dad yelled and reached out for Afu immediately to grab him. But the suction was so strong, Dad couldn't even reach him and watch him falling into the tree hole. "Ah! Ah!" screamed Afu. Everything around him was spinning. He didn't know where the end was. My head hurts, Afu thought. After he woke up, he couldn't see Dad, but a group of men doing kung fu fighting, with all the swords and knives in their hands, like roaring tigers on the courtyard of Feng'an Temple, not far from here. It rang with the sound of drums and gongs and the shouting of martial arts slogans. A little boy happened to walk past, so Afu asked him, "Boy, why is it bustling with noise?" "It's time for Yixiang. That's our Songjiang battle array with red-footed towel. They are very powerful," answered the boy. The little boy named Ashong said doubtfully, "You look so familiar." "Ee, where is it?" said Afu. "Are you lost? Come follow me home. My dad will help you," asked Ashong. As soon as they got home, in the hall of worshiping, Ashong's dad was so surprised to see Afu and was stammering to say, Grandfather! He pointed to the ancestors' pictures on the wall. Afu couldn't believe but so himself. It seemed that Afu had gone through the time travel tunnel in the triple and come to prison from 100 years ago and run into his offspring. What should I do? They decided to work it out after 西港异乡. After having dinner, there is a bottle on the table giving off familiar scent. What's this? Afu asked curiously. This is the fresh sauce, and that is fresh sugar. Have a taste, Ashong replied. A bite of fresh sauce. What a rich taste. A bite of fresh sugar. What a crispy texture. Besides pressing into fresh oil, the fresh seeds could be made into sauce and sugar. Afu saw Ashong get a wrong out looking at the book while he was eating. He asked him and knew that his own work was to find out the origin of the mango forest. Sayana. I'm the right one to ask. Come, said Afu. He heard the story from Dad before. Long time ago, once it rained hard, Zhengwen River flooded. The water went everywhere, flushing all the houses and farmlands. People lost badly, so they called the water blind snake because it did harms like covering its eyes. People couldn't stand blind snake making trouble, and they gathered together to discuss the solutions. Please, no more flood. It must be too much evil spirits. We should worship the river to chase away the evil spirits, they said. At the end, people followed the old methods to grow the mango trees by the river, according to the shape of the 8 diagrams, layer by layer, layer by layer. There were 3 layers to suppress the evil water spirits. As the time passing by, blind snake didn't run out anymore, and the mango trees grew more and more. Finally, it became a green forest, and people called it Mango Forest. Sayana. After listening to the story, Ashong finished his homework successfully. He said to Afu happily, Let me show you some tomorrow. When the day broke, Ashong held Afu's hand to the courtyard of Feng'an Temple to welcome the holy palanquin one after one, which accompanied the brilliant parade formation. Afu dazzled by bustling fun in 西港异乡. Here comes the centerpiece militia. I want to pick out as many candies as I can. See? Spring proud songs and a drum dancing troupe. Wow! The 8 generals of day's work and the golden line dancing battle array, yelled Ashong one by one. In the noise, he said excitedly, Tomorrow will be the burning king bowl ceremony. That night, huge crowds of people gathered in the great temple in Xigang, Qing'an Temple. All the holy palanquins and parade formations came together. The sound of firecrackers, gongs and drums shouted overnight until daybreak. Xigang was like a town never slept. The next day, people sent Qing'an Temple's king boat to the riverside of Zhenwen River and placed it on a huge mountain-like pile of just papers. Ashong and Afu waited in the crowd to send the king boat fly to the Sky River respectfully. Finally, when the time came, the fire was set. The king boat was burning in the raging fire, started sailing in the rising ashes flowing in the wind. And meanwhile, Afu looked at the king boat and prayed with his palms putting together devoutly, and said in his mouth, "Thanks to the breathing of fire." All of a sudden, his head ached, and it got worse and worse. He dizzied and bent himself down. Then he passed out without knowing anything. "Afu, you woke up," they said. As he opened his eyes and saw his dad, he asked urgently, "Dad, where is the king boat?" "My citizen, where is the king boat from? I'm glad you are okay. Let's go home," said Dad. Dad patted on Afu's shoulder and walked toward home. Afu did some stretches and followed up as usual. Who knew how to describe the future mango forest? Maybe it's just a dream through the mango forest. The code of Through the Mango Forest. These icons below are the mysterious codes of Through the Mango Forest. Just find out the icon matching to the same page's English letter in this picture book, and unscramble the words into sentences. You can start a mysterious power to go through the mango forest. Elaborate the mango forest, Sayana. Walk and read in Xigang, Saiganga. Make a children's dream in Songlin. The village where Songlin Elementary School situated called Mango Forest in the east area of Xigang. It's a remote area school by Zhenwen River on Jianan Plain. With this picture book, Through the Mango Forest, let's elaborate Sayana, walk and read in Saiganga, and make a sweet childhood dream belongs to Songlin one by one. Xigang, Saiganga. To Xigang's south is Anding District with Zhenwen River in between. To its southwest is Annan District. To its north is Jiali District connected by Taiwan Highway number 19. To its east is Mado District, and to its west is Qigu District through the coastal highway. The name Xi means the west in Taiwanese, because Xigang was in the west area of Takalong Harbor, which means it's located in the north shore of Zhenwen River. And it was the inner pier of Taijiang-Qigu Lagoon in the west of Takalong Anding District. It's also said that Xigang got the name because it was a coastal pier in the west of Hoyin. No matter how it got the name of Xi, the pier did exist without doubts. In Zhulo Country record, Saiganga Pier is by the sea. The junk owners will take the passengers and cargoes like food crops, sugar, and flour of leek. The water ended in Anding Xibao, and there are fish farms in the entrance of the pier. In Taiwan Prefecture Gazetteer Revision, Saiganga Pier is 18 miles from the country. In Anding Xibao, by the sea, and people trade with aboriginals here. Saiganga was just a small pier facing Taijiang-Qigu Lagoon in the beginning, but the name was expanded to call the whole area Xigang. In days after, it has become one of the important settlements by Zhenwen River, which owns the best incense, the Xigang incense, and the aroma of flags like fragrance spread thousands of miles. Mango forest, Sayana. In general, mango forest is a hamlet with many villages. There are 7 villages. They are 檨仔林、5块错仔、泰溪、三河寮、社仔、中州寮 and 东竹林。Feng'an Temple is the main village temple worshipping Baoshen Emperor. Suanyan is the name of mango in Taiwanese. It was said that the local people were afraid of the running water in Zhenwen River, so they planted mango trees by the river, 600 meters away from Feng'an Temple's east, to suppress the evil water spirits. It totaled 3 layers according to the shape of 8 diagrams. The mango trees grew into a forest, then becoming the name of this place. Until 1933, the water control work in Zhenwen River designed the waterline area, and mango forest was right in it. So it had to be removed to the other places, and all those mango trees had to be chopped down. But in recent years, in the place of the new settlement, the mango tree recovery program began, and it found the mango forest again. In mango forest, there is a big banyan tree called Taishi Holy Banyan. The 2 characters of it are old and huge. Its big roots are joining together layer by layer. This strong tree is magnificent. Also, there is Dongzhulin, the one family historic residence maintained in perfect condition. All the walls, pillars, doors and windows show us the beauty of years. The fresh aroma at Xigang. It's autumn time. The little white flowers sway in the wind on the land of Xigang. Not for long. The aroma of flags will spread over 1,000 miles away. The fresh seeds are usually sowed in the early summer, after plowing the fields and soil preparation. When the seedlings grow, we need to adjust the space between them. If they are too close to each other, we will need to remove some out. This step is called clump selection. Transplanting the seedlings into the empty space is called nasal scooping until they bloom and bear fruit. Wait for the fruit turning into tan color. The whole clump can be picked up and be tied into bunches in vertical position, then backed under the sun on the field. After a period of time, the fruits are dried, and tempering the stick hard to get the flax down is called tamping out the flax. Finally, in order to get the wheat from chaff, the wind drums and rice sieve will be used to get small tiny flax seeds. In the illustration of this picture book, Through the Mango Forest, the processes of growing flax are only for references. The real situation will vary according to the conditions. The flax has great nutrition in it, and is always pressed into oil. It smells so good and makes you water the mouth after adding into dishes, like chicken soup in sesame oil or fried pancake with sesame oil, etc. Moreover, it can be made into fresh sauce, fresh sugar, and fried thin paste. They are so delicious too. The sunset in Xigang Bridge. Zhenwen River, its old name was Wanli Creek. Its total length is 138.5 kilometers. Its drainage area is 1,176.7 square kilometers. And it's the longest river in Tainan City. Because in the past, the heavy rainstorms brought coasted flooded like a black snake with its eyes covered. Once they randomly crossed over on Jiangnan Plain and changed its river course, and changed the road settlement's fate around it, including mango forest. The flood in Zhenwen River never stopped until the water control work took place in Japanese-occupied period. It was done successfully in 1939, and people set a memorial stone record by the river, called the Zhenwen River Water Control Walk Memorial Record. Xigang Bridge is across over the river. When the sunset spreads on the bridge and sets each other off with the archery pipe bridge structure, the rouge sky looks like to ask the twilight to stay and watch the river water running toward west. The bridge was built in 1932, called the Jundai Bridge. After the war, this bridge was expanded into 6.3 meters, filled and developed with cement. Its name was changed into Zhenwen River Bridge and changed again into Xigang Bridge. The bridge which we see now was expanded again in 2001. There were TSC, Taiwan Sugar Corporation trains running on the east side of the bridge before. The Great Temple in Xigang, Qing'an Temple. Xigang Jade Edict Qing'an Temple was built in 1712, which belonged to 5 gangs: 西港街子、瓦错内、南海埔、决子头 and 加东角。The main worship is 天上圣母 Queen of Heaven 妈祖、哪吒 Marshal of Central Altar and 城隍爷 the City God. In Qing Dynasty 道光 years, 天上圣母 had a Jade edict from Jade Emperor to patrol on behalf of the Heavenly God for bringing back the 12 miseries to the temple. The location of Qing'an Temple is a rich wonderland in feng shui, called carved cave. So there are colorful cups carved on the roof of the temple. There should be distinguishing features in Xigang Jade Edict Qing'an Temple. 异乡 at Xigang. Every 3 years, during 2, the second character in Deiji, the duodecimal cycle, 12 characters in total. Xin, the 5th character. Bi, the 8th character. Su, the 11th character. People hold a grand sacrificial ceremony of incense offering at Xigang, Saigang Hill. It's divided into 2 parts. One is Yishang pilgrimage procession. The other one is one ritual sacrificial ceremony. And Qing'an Temple combines these 2 parts into one ceremony, called incense and sacrifice in one. In 2009, the 98th year of the Republic of China, Council for Cultural Affairs had designated this ceremony the grand sacrificial ceremony of incense offering at Xigang, an important folk custom. It is definitely the number 1 xiang in Taiwan. The origin of Saigang Hill was passed down as a man from Xigang Bafen. What passed ending Guanliao? He picked up a holy boat which patrolled on behalf of the heavenly god, last set by Anding Su Chuo Changxing Temple, and brought it back to worship in Guma Temple. Because God's illustrious power, the believers united 13 villages to do the pilgrimage procession and agreed to do it every 3 years. During the incense offering, they welcome 3 of the 12 miseries who are on duty to patrol around the area. The lantern poles are set up high in the courtyard. Also the Wang Palace, the station, Yuanmen, the outer gate of the government, and the tiger sign, the right-hand side, park the king boat in the king boat factory. The main theme is Yishang pilgrimage procession. The patrol pilgrimage procession is done by the Holy Palanquin and Parade Formation, totally in 3 days. At first, they need to ask for the edict and get permission, and worship temple and Aogouxiang. Then patrol in pilgrimage procession, and they go back to Qing'an Temple, enter the temple to return the edict at the end. The Xiang Parade Formation patrols among 96 villages in Tainan City. The climax in Saigang Hill is the believers war together, pulling the king boat on the land to the shore of Zhenwen River to burn it in the raging fire to escort Chito's lord, Wang Ye. His army and military force flying up high to the Sky River. Farewell and come back in 3 years. 西港乡 Arts Array. In 西港义乡 pilgrimage procession, we can expect how brilliant the art arrays will be. There are centerpiece militia, 宋江 battle array, aquarium array, golden light dancing battle array, drum dancing troupe, 8 beauties picture, spring prom song, and disciples of God, etc. No matter they are civil or martial, the superb performers presented after the group training by each temple, like a religious carnival, not only praises the God's illustrious power, but also continues the traditional art culture. The centerpiece militia is also called momentary life, which is the pioneer in front of Wang Yi's holy palanquin, has the power to expel evil spirits and remove misfortunes. The historical characters are played by children sitting on the centipede car. They spatter candies among the parade, and those candies are eaten by believers, as being safe and sound. People believe that walking through the centerpiece militia will cast out the evil spirits. The Songjiang battle array is from the book Water Marching, which is the martial array, and the members are doing the martial arts with weapons in their performance. The formation is usually made by the 36 celestial dippers and 72 nether fins, and has a special foot towel culture in 4 colors: red, green, yellow, and cyan, to represent the different schools. The red foot towel belongs to Suanyana Songjiang battle array. In addition, the golden line dancing battle array is involved from it. The formation and weapons are similar in general. The most eye-catching is a lion head in front of the array. The drum dancing troupe is also called the drum dancing flowers, with the drum beating and jumping at the same time in the performance, and changes its formation accordingly. The props are including the head flake, drums, gongs, and prayer whistles. The spring prom song is a song and dance playlet. The duet performance is based in the background of rural life, and the characters are in roles. The young actors and actresses and the actress are mostly cross-casted by young boys. The 8 generals of this world are the holy generals mastering in exorcism and casting the evil spirits out. There are 8 people in general with their face painting, instruments of torture and music in hand, working in a threatening aspect and a holy power to control the ghosts.